Thanks for the request for this video. Surely our team will always read every single comment and request, so we tried our best to find and deliver the games that you are looking for. So make sure you subscribe to this channel for more updates, and please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best Low-End MMORPG with good graphic on mobile. We have a new Facebook fans page now. The name is GameMobile HDgraphic. Besides on YouTube, we will give an update on Facebook as well. A lot of amazing top list games will show up every day, so please check this out now. The link on the description and pinned comment. EtersPire. For the first game, I will straighten to the point which game is the best to play for lower endpoint to mid-range. This game will give you a huge satisfaction about the experience that every player would expect through the visual and gameplay. The first impression is pretty clear how the developer represent an old-school fantasy MMORPG. The main goal is to clear the quest and explore the fantasy world that is full of monsters. I love how easy we can grind the monster because the enemy is pretty close to each other and respawn so fast once they die, so we can level the hero faster in progress. The character design is really adorable. I love how the hero can have an aura around them to let the other player know if they have a high quality armor. Honestly, this is no pay-to-win MMORPGs on mobile, and we all can gain rare goods through the monster drop items. This is no auto-combat battle, which is an interesting feature for players who love to play a classical MMORPG. Lumia Saga. This is a new MMORPG that is worth playing now. The first impression I got is pretty attractive, with a cute chibi character design with an anime art style, making the player enjoy the cutest character design. The main feature it has is auto quest and also auto battle, so we can faster the game's progress much faster and much easier. The game has a dungeon mode, but we can find the matchmaking. It's so easy from the bot. But I would like to inform you earlier, the game always launched the server so fast, and right now it has more than 100 servers already. This is a warning for every player who wants to start it. It seems the developer want to milk the player only. I will try to be honest so my subscriber will notice it earlier before you guys come deeper into the gameplay. For me, much better if we found an MMORPG with a fair developers behind the game itself. But if you would like to enjoy the graphic and visual, of course, you can pick it as your daily game because it has a colorful visual which make your eyes spoiled then. Evoland. I know this game has existed for more than a decade, but trust me, the developer always active on giving an update frequently, but they are successfully optimize the game on any device level. No matter how low your device is, the game has a dark fantasy base just like a Diablo. That's why our main enemy is a skeleton and orc. This is a great description to let the player know how they try to represent a dark fantasy theme. If you love hard grinding with no auto combat, this game will make you believe if you need to push more effort once you reach a higher level. The number of the EXP is getting difficult to earn. I see a lot of newbies players are playing it right now. I didn't see any interesting storyline, it's just common, where the player will become a hero who wants to explore and do some adventure on the evil lands to kill the monster, undead and any dark creatures monster. This game has a great visual with a realistic and 3D character design. I love how they make a detail of sun glare and shadow. Best MMORPG for low endpoints. TWOM, The World of Magic. I would love to add this game to this list. It's because the game fits on this video's title. I can't remember how long this MMO has existed on mobile. Even most of the players said if this game was the pioneer of MMORPG on mobile devices. The developer just made a remake, that's why the game's graphic now have so much improvement from the design, character design, and also the sharpnesses of the outline. Now looks much more cleaner, well made. Even this game has a pixel art with 2D visual, but the game's feature it has is pretty complete. The trade system between a player is really interesting because we do it in a real time, so every single transaction will make a huge effect on the player worldwide. The storyline is about a kingdom of Lanos who's trying to protect his glory from the aggressive military of Zera's empire, who has a huge ego to expand his territory. Lineage W. This new MMORPG is represent a dark fantasy theme base. The player will enjoy the top-down view perspective or an isometric point of view. It's about a world that we call with Aiden. It's a represent of 150 years after the story of Lineage from the original version. It will give you an experience of the Empire conflict, a war between the faction and how the undead monster is appearing to conquer the area. If you love to play a progression character with a farming as the main idea, surely this MMORPG is the best best to play. The combat mechanism is a tap and click base. The effect skill looks so modern with a nice details. It was made by Unreal Engine 4 and playable for mid-range to low endpoint is still enjoyable. AeroTales Online. This is one of the best anime MMORPGs on mobile that has a very good game concept, that has a very good team behind it. They all are well prepared with so much fair and balanced things they try to deliver into players. The PvP mode is well made, so the player can measure their heroes trying to represent their power. This game is no autoplay MMORPG, so an extra action will be so useful, which is a dodge and combo. So the player needs to focus on the positioning and how the timing is taking a crucial aspect to dodge. The life skill activities are some options that we can do as a daily routine, which is fishing, farming, and also mining. The main game storyline is about a hero who's trying to defend the legendary artifact from the evil emperor. So the Aero citizens are coming to help each other against the evil. The game's graphics are outstanding because the game is playable for cross-platform for PC and mobile. Best low-end MMORPG game. Legends of Alumia. This is a new 3D game MMORPG that has a very good and unique gameplay. If you are tired of anime art style, surely you guys can experience this game. It has a western character design from the hero's appearance and architecture building that will easily describe how the classic MMORPG game is. It has a manual combat system, but I would appreciate how they maintain the target so easily with an aim assist system. In combat, the player needs to understand the timing and manage the position to make a distance. A lot of dungeon modes are available to select and we can clear the dungeon with our friends in real time. Or if you are confident enough, then play it solo. There is an open arena PvP we can visit to test ourselves and make a duel. The game's story is about a world that is called with Alumia that connected into a mysterious infinity tower. A lot of heroes are trying to reach the highest level of the tower to seek the wealth, power, and an ancient secret. Skylore. This game is a very good 2.5D MMORPG that has a lot of fans. The player come from all over the world, from Asia, Europe, and America. It's because the game released globally. The developers are well on maintaining the server number and keep them to become a loyal player. This is an open world MMORPG. We can make a party to clear the dungeon in co-op mode. The world boss will appear daily in the raid dungeon, so making a team up with the other player will be so important. This game is focusing on the PvP base. The guild war and the PvP in real time are available to participate. But remember to strengthen your hero first through the talent tree skill system. The gear upgrade will be crucial as the main priority to improve. The main storyline is about two different human factions, which are Arena and also Skylore, who want to open up the mystery that seeks for the unbalanced world. Toram Online. This game is one of the most popular MMORPGs on mobile, even the game has a PC version. The game has an open world concept. The player can make a team up to fight against the boss monster. We need to always do it as a daily routine because the game is pretty simple. It's not a competitive base, no PvP, no world rank or leaderboard to represent the actual power to measure how good you have managed your own character. But the only thing we should do is only make a new equipment of armor or weapon. The creation will be adjusted based on the material that you are using. It has more than 1,000 skin or equipment appearance we can gear up on the character's body. There is no dodge button, so we need to make a manual move to avoid the hazardous area or a red zone. The game started from a huge destruction on the earth and our main goal is to seek why it's happening and who's behind this chaotic. AdventureQuest 3D. This game was the pioneer of a cross-platform MMORPG for mobile and PC. Surprisingly, the game is still available to play until now. But the one thing that hooks me is the number of players who always play daily is pretty massive, especially when you play it in the evening. Then you will be surprised. We can make a duel and challenge the other player in 1 versus 1. Not like the other MMO we know, the game should play manually. The auto pathfinding, the mission, the combat. In the game, the storyline is quite simple with fun and humor as the main line that we will find easily when we have a dialogue. This game is a very good MMORPG for low endpoints. No matter if your device was an old Android version, I'm sure you will enjoy the game's experience so much with a smooth gameplay. Remember to like this video and see you on the next list. Thanks.